Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to our 2017 Staff Achievement Awards. Now, those of you who know me well will know that this is one of my favourite events in our calendar. Everybody who is a member of Team ASPH gives a great contribution every year, delivering patient care and treatment across our two hospitals. But this afternoon is an opportunity for us to really celebrate those colleagues who have given extraordinary efforts, gone above and beyond, and whose contribution has been remarked upon by patients, colleagues and carers alike. We thought it would be really great to visit our finalists in their place of work and hear from them and their colleagues about what they've been up to.
Ever since I started A&E, it's been quite busy, quite a challenging area. We actually never know how our daily basis is going to be like.
Nobody really wants to be placed in a position where circumstances force them to become a hospital patient. But the care and consideration present when engaged with the A&E team made such a situation as acceptable as it can possibly be.
No two cases, no two situations are the same. It's a challenge, but it is enjoyable. It is nice to go home at the end of the day and think, I've made a difference.
We are not divided into different boxes as this is the job of XYZ person. We integrate and do what is best for the team within ourselves.
It makes me proud to work with this team, makes me proud giving the patients what they need sometimes, even if it's a little thing or a great thing, makes me proud to do that difference, delivering that good care.
Marlo's the type of person that, even though he's been doing his job for quite some time, he hasn't lost his passion and he's still enthusiastic and he still strives to be improving patient care.
Marlo went out of his way to put me at ease and care for my well-being, and even showed me the X-ray on the screen afterwards. His professional, caring attitude and air of competence was absolutely excellent.
It's very overwhelming, to be recognized, especially, that comes from the patient, of your hard work is the sense that you go to work with a purpose.
We have a huge number of patients. We have 2,000 patients in our clinic. In fact, we are the largest ADHD clinic in the country.
Angela is a real pleasure to work with. She brings commitment into whatever she works for, brings significance into what she works for. And it's amazing the way how she deals with people, because she's got amazing interpersonal skills and communication skills, which helps a lot.
Angela epitomises what is best in the NHS: compassion, selflessness, hard work, dedication, and a practical approach in order to help needy families.
To see them discharged from the clinic at the age of 18, confident and able to fit into society, is one of the most fulfilling things I've ever experienced in nursing.
We've been shortlisted for Be the Change project, and we've introduced now the neonatal assembly, which is an idea we've got from the ED department, and we've had help setting up that project from Jill Nelson from the project office.
The commitment from Debbie Smith and Paul Crawshaw, supported by the PMO, to make this work has been phenomenal. New ideas are continually being put forward at each assembly, demonstrating the drive of the team to continue making improvements.
I think the project has been shortlisted because we're making changes to everyday life, which is obviously what we want to help our babies.
We have two members, Karen and Kim, both been nominated by patients, which is really, really good for the department actually. It's nice to be recognised as a department.
I cannot remember when I first encountered this good lady, but it was some years ago. She is always very welcoming, caring, kind and positive. She inspires confidence and efficiency in whatever she is doing.
Every day is so different, every patient is different, and you might go all day and just do day-to-day things, but then you might do another day where you just have to spend extra time with extra patients. Like that young girl there she was having injections in her neck and she didn't want to be on her own. So I just sat and held her hand while she had injections. In fact, as a department, as in a team, we do these things every day, but one particular patient took the time to put her in a wow award for me.
Nobody wants their family life to start with half of them in NICU, but sometimes it happens. As first-time parents, we were a little shell-shocked, to say the least, but the care, attention and support and advice that we received from the NICU department was just brilliant.
I love my job, so I'm very lucky to be able to do what I love most in life. It can be challenging, but there's lots of achievements at the end of the day, so those challenges can be good and they can be bad, but there's always lots of support around from other people.
If we didn't work as a team, I don't think so we can manage neonatal unit, especially it is very critical where we need to give them more attention. So I think we need to work as a team.
I don't know, it's different here at Ashford and St. Peter's. I find that people are more, we're able to talk about things and we just get on very well with one another. Yeah. So that makes a huge difference coming to work.
She has got this amazing leadership quality. She's so approachable at any point of time with any crisis situation or with normal situation. She is just a good leader and that is in her.
Excellent communication and care when my brother was in ICU. He died, but the care he received was calm and efficient and the staff were very sensitive and clear when communicating with us throughout his last day. They made a very difficult and sad situation as bearable as it could be. We deeply appreciated the care and guidance we received. They are remarkable people doing a very difficult job really well.
We have junior nurses coming to intensive care who have not got any critical care experience, so it is really nice to nurture them right from the basic into intensive care nursing and give them the advanced skills what is needed to nurse such patients.
Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. When I first started her here, it was so scary and she's just straight in there, teaching, supporting.
The credit goes to all my staff in frontline who support me as well in my role, not just me supporting them, it is vice versa where they support me to grow into my role as well. So I'm really thankful for my team.
The best thing about being a midwife is probably being allowed the privilege of looking after a couple, family, going through one of the most special moments in their life. It was a complete surprise. I was nominated by a bereaved family.
I would like great recognition for Jasmine Phillips, the most loving and caring soul I have ever come across. Though I lost my daughter, she made sure 2 more lives were not lost along the way.
The nomination that I received was extra special. Not only were they going through grief and having to experience something that no parent should have to experience, they took the time out to think about me, to thank me for the care that I gave them.
We see patients at a very anxious time, particularly preoperatively, so I quite enjoy building rapport and trying to calm people down and chat to people beforehand.
He knows how to give the right amount of information and use the right language so that the patients are fully informed without being scared off.
I think all your staff are amazing, but one person that really stood out during my time at St Peter's Abbey Wing was Dr. Richard George. Taking that extra bit of time to help reassure a very anxious and worried patient means the world to me, because it meant I could enjoy the last few weeks of pregnancy, and it meant I have good memories of having my little girl. He is a credit to his profession and to St Peter's Hospital.
The care Richard gives is the care that we should be aspiring to.
I don't think that we did anything particularly different for that we would do for anybody else, but it's nice to get that recognition that as a team that we worked and provided a really good service for that lady.
From the domestic staff to the doctors, the outstanding care, kindness and professionalism of this team is way beyond the call of duty, and yes, certainly the extra mile. From an agonising beginning to a miraculous end, the people responsible for saving my son's life will always be in my heart.
In our specialty, much like many others, we come across some very challenging cases, some of which can mean that patients and relatives have a particularly turbulent time and need our support round the clock in order to make this as easy as possible, or at least bearable.
I love to be with them, and I treat them like they are my family members.
Knowing that everybody does their best for the patients is really important when you think of things from the patient's side, to know that they're getting that personal care, things that they would want to have done at home that they would do for themselves.
And so it's a real honour to have somebody write in from a relative's perspective and actually make the nomination.
It's for everyone, it's for the therapists, the physios, the OTs, the SALT team, the dietitians, and also for the doctors. So everybody needs to be recognised in it, because everybody works hard as a team.
Ashford and St Peter's definitely lived by the 4 Ps every day.
The core value of 4 Ps, especially having that first P as a patient's first, stands for itself.
It does feel like a huge privilege to be able to be trusted by women and families to look after them at such a crucial moment in their life.
I get to do this every day. I get to work with amazing colleagues. I have the privilege of treating some amazing patients and seeing them through their recovery, and seeing how everybody has an important role to play in that recovery.
I work with a really fantastic group of people, all very motivated and very hard working, and all work very hard to do the best they can. So I feel very lucky to be part of that team, embarrassing as that is.
It is the team that we work with. Yeah, it is. That is the reason we get out of bed in the morning, because we know the team that we're going to work with will stand the test of time, and they will be there should you need them.
The community within Ashford is just a really close one. Everybody seems to know each other, everybody acknowledges each other in the corridors.
Yes, we love our job.
We love our job. Yes.
Otherwise we won't be here.
Frankly speaking, I always say to all my colleagues as well that, you know, we do get a chance to help them, and we get paid for it as well. So it's the best job one can ever imagine.
It can be easy to be caught up in the day-to-day pressures of work and forget the amazing things that we do every day for our patients. Taking the time today to showcase examples of those things where colleagues have really gone above and beyond is important. But we also recognise that every one of our finalists relies on the support of their colleagues to do their job well. So really today is a celebration for us all. A chance to take some time out, to focus on the positives, and to say thank you to all of our staff for all they do. So good luck to all of our finalists today, and I really look forward to seeing the winners revealed.